Well, we actually set up a very robust green light process that is designed to look through any potential candidate and verify their antecedents and their story and make sure that they are actually going to be suitable candidates for the Liberal Party. And I'm not going to short circuit or shortcut that process, which is currently underway with people looking into and chatting with any wide number of candidates.
Federal Liberal leader Justin Trudeau, that was last month, explaining the green light process to determine suitable candidates for the Liberal Party. Trudeau was answering a question about the potential candidacy of Jodie Emery. Now, today we've got an answer on whether Emery can be a candidate for the Liberal Party. She's been rejected by the Liberals, but she joins us now from Vancouver, where, Jodie, you tell me you're still going to vote for the party that says you're not good enough to run, despite their open nomination pledge.
Well, I want to see the Harper Conservative government replaced, and I believe that getting the Liberal government in is the only way to do that.
Why do you think you've been an activist on one of the few issues that Justin's been clear on so far, and that is that he wants to legalize marijuana. The Conservatives say they'll decriminalize, but they don't want to legalize. Justin says he's going to legalize. You've been an activist on this for a long time. You've been a Green Party candidate in the past. You are well known in the Vancouver area. Why do you think they looked at your candidacy and said, you know what, she's not for us?
Well, the Liberal Party supported legalization before I was even a member, so they've done all of that work on their own. But when I announced my bid to run last year, there was a no-hope riding that I chose against Libby Davies. And the Liberals were accused from the get-go of hand-picking me to be the candidate in that riding, and that wasn't the case at all. I was invited by members in the riding to put my name forward, and I took quite a bit of time to consider that seriously before I went ahead and did it. But the Liberals had to distance themselves from me a bit, and by being attacked in Parliament by the Conservatives and being condemned by NDP and Conservative strategists, the Liberals got a bit nervous, I think, about my campaign becoming a distraction, which is a fair thing to say.
It doesn't say much for open nominations, which was the big pledge that he made when he won the leadership, when before you can even attempt to run and have members in a riding vote yay or nay on you, that they've got to say yay or nay in a back room.
Well, there is a green light committee process, and I'm not very familiar with running for federal office, so this was my first time. And open nominations to me seems to mean you can put your name forward no matter who you are, you can fill out the paperwork and send in the fee, and if they review your background and decide they don't want you representing the party on the nomination ballot in that riding, they have the right to do so. So I did have the right to put my name forward, as do any Canadians. But when it comes down to it, some ridings are just too high stakes in this pivotal election, and I understand why any business or political party or organization would prefer having the best pick of candidates possible.
All right, I want to show you a picture you're well familiar with. You posed for it, and it's something that you did for Ron Paul's candidacy back in 2008. If we can just drop the there at the bottom, it says, "Liberty turns me on." You were campaigning for Ron Paul, who's a bit of a libertarian within the Republican circles, and you know, a lot of Liberals sent that back to me when I said, oh, so much for open nominations. They said Jodie Emery's a libertarian, she's not a Liberal, that's why she was rejected. Your thoughts?
Well, that's a fair comment. I'm a brand new member of the Liberal Party. I only joined late last year, or early last year. But I've got to speak about Ron Paul. He's a Republican from Texas, and he's an old white man. But he defied his party in every way by standing up for liberty, standing against the Patriot Act, going against wars, standing for principles. And that didn't really get him into the presidency, but it certainly sparked a lot of interest in young people and people of all ages across America to get involved politically in any party to fight for liberty. So that's my main goal. I've been an NDP member in the past, I've been a Green member, and I'm Liberal now, and I do have some small c conservative values. So I guess I get defined as a libertarian at times, but I can't be pinned down. I don't believe in sticking to one party or one label. I don't even know where to put myself if you have to choose. So I like the idea of talking about principles and ideas of nonviolence and liberty and freedom and small government, and I was hoping to do so from within the Liberal Party, but there's no reason why I can't keep doing it.
Well, you know, and I had this discussion with your husband, Mark, when he was on the show just after he got back to Canada from his stint in an American jail. And I said, Mark, I hear you calling for all these small government things and more liberty for people. Why do you think that the Liberal Party is the vehicle for that? Because beyond pot, well, they want to take away liberty on all other fronts. So do you see that contradiction?
Oh, absolutely. But I don't think any political party can fairly represent everyone's personal principles and what they care about. And parties are always changing anyway. The Conservatives might be attractive to me if they didn't violate our civil liberties and if they didn't expand our foreign involvement overseas. And there are a number of issues. But I don't think I feel perfectly at home in any political party, and that's why it took a long time for me to agree to join the Liberals at the urging of members. And I want to see the Harper government replaced, and I believe there are only two ways you can get rid of a government you don't like. Violent revolution, and I won't take part in that, or voting them out on election day, and that's kind of the only tool we've got. So you have to pick and choose what party you think can replace the government you don't like, and that's unfortunately the system we've got here, and that's actually a reason we should have some reform with respect to how Canadians are represented.
All right, discussion for another day when we've got more time. Jodie, I doubt this is going to be the last time we talk. Thanks so much.
Great, thank you.
All right.